There's this big controversy, and Hank Green is getting loads of backlash because he's admitted to using AI. I keep seeing people talk about like whether he's the worst person in the world for using AI or not. And I'm not interested in that conversation. Obviously, he's not the worst person in the world for having used AI in some of his videos. What I think is interesting with the whole conversation is seeing the danger and the unsustainability of setting yourself up as the expert on everything. Literally saying, ask me anything. So a long time ago, John and Hank Green had this series of videos where they'd explain really big, broad topics like the Middle East. One of the videos was literally the Middle East, and they tried to explain the Middle East in like 4 or 5 minute videos. And they've said themselves, by their own admission, that they realized over time, rightfully, that they were not the experts in everything, and they couldn't be the ones to be like, here, let me explain the Middle East to you. Similarly, with John Green's book, The Anthropocene Reviewed, which is a great book, he said in an interview that in an early draft of it, each chapter where he reviews various different kind of objects or concepts from the human world, in an early draft of it, when his wife read it, she gave him the feedback that, I don't buy that you're the expert on every single one of these topics. I want to hear your personal experience, your personal view of them. Whereas sometimes I think Hank Green falls into the trap presenting himself as the expert on everything. He literally has a show called Ask Hank Anything. Hank Green seems like an interesting, intelligent person, and I want to hear his perspective on things. I want to hear how he learned things, how he thinks about things. I don't want him to tell me what he researched using AI. I don't find it interesting. And even before he admitted to using AI and this controversy blew up, you could tell as a listener, I'm someone who reads their books, listens to their podcasts, watches their videos. You could tell in the podcast, they have a podcast where they give dubious advice. You could tell when they're answering questions, John Green would often answer in a way of like, well, here's my perspective on it. Hank Green would sometimes fall into the trap of like, let me tell you the answer. AI doesn't have all the answers. Hank Green doesn't have all the answers. Nobody does. And Hank Green's never going to see this. But if you're watching this, I don't want or need you to have all the answers. If you're writing a book, making a podcast, making a video, I don't expect it. I don't want it. It's not entertaining. It's not educational. I want to hear your point of view. And obviously, AI can't do that. AI can't give their personal experience of something because AI is not a human and doesn't have a personal experience.